Well, good morning. It is 10:37 a.m. and something very, very different for one of my photography vlogs. In fact, I'm combining two of my passions together today. One of those passions, as you know, is photography. The second passion is aviation. So I've flown up here to Kempsey Airport for the Wings over Macleay Airshow for the long weekend. This is my aeroplane behind me, so I've been able to land on the strip and I've been able to set up my camera just near my wingtip there, and I'm going to use the shade of the wing because it's quite a warm day, and I'm going to grab some photos of the air show as the day goes on. I've just got my D810 ready. I've stuck the 70-200 on there with a 1.4 times teleconverter. I've set it up at the moment in aperture priority, but I'll probably switch to shutter priority a little bit later because I like to get that prop blur. But we'll see what happens as the day goes on. So they're officially opening the air show now, and Paul Bennett's just gone up in his pit special biplane. There's one clear benefit of bringing an aeroplane with me. I've got a bit of shade. It's getting pretty hot in the sun. So we just see the official opening, a couple of parachutists, and then some aerobatics by Paul Bennett in his biplane. He's doing a full-on display a bit later, so it was a great opportunity just to sort of set the camera up. Tried a few different settings. You know, I'll play around a bit more before I get happy, I think, with the shots that I'm doing. You know, I'll try a few other settings. Definitely this is the lens. I need to have the teleconverter on there. There's no way that I can get the reach without it. You know, and I'm pretty close to the runway. I would be maybe 50 meters away from the runway. So I've sort of, having the airplane here has allowed me to sort of sneak up into an area where the general population aren't allowed. I've got pretty much free reign. I'm on my own up here. And, you know, I don't have any facilities around me, but certainly I've got the shade of my wing. And I've got you guys to keep me company as we work out how to get some more shots here at this air show. You should check this thing out. It's a model jet. Let me show you. Crikey.
Looking very much like the real thing from a distance.
So I apologise in advance if you're not into aviation, and if you're not interested in airplanes at all, you should probably just wait till next week when we resume our normal programming of landscape photography. Hey, there goes an aeroplane. So you should, yeah, until we resume our normal programming of landscape photography next week. Until then, it's just going to be aviation, nearly at the end of day one. Well, that's it for today's air show. They've just done the final display, and I'm now heading back to Mum and Dad's, which is the main reason I'm up here in Kempsey. Although I'm here combining my two passions of photography and aviation, Mum and Dad have got some jobs to do around the house, and so I'm going to do that. I'm going to go to their place now and do a little bit of work. I will come back to the air show tomorrow, and you know, if you're not into aviation, maybe skip to next week's video. But if you enjoy aviation and photography as well, then stick around and we'll get a few more photos. So this thing, when it's fully loaded, can carry 10 tons total, all up weight, and it costs $68,000 per hour to run. $68,000 an hour to run that. $68,000 an hour. That's incredible. day 2 at the air show, and I've just organised myself a ride in that there. So young Sonia here from Heli Services Newcastle has convinced me to go up in that thing there.
It's Jet Ranger.
It's a Jet Ranger 206
B3.
B3. What's that stand for? Doesn't matter. And I'm hoping I can get some good photos out of it for you lot. So we'll see how we go. If I can get the camera out the window, they won't take the door off for me though, will they?
Not today.
Oh well, I asked. But
come and see us in Newcastle and we'll do it for you.
all right, fantastic. Looking forward to it. Chopper, hopefully you enjoyed that. That's a Bell Jet Ranger. Richard was an ex-army pilot who's been flying Hueys. Heading back up towards my aircraft to sit under the wing and take some photos. Well, that's it for the air show. You know, 2 days of aeroplanes and photography. Got that helicopter flight in. You know, it was a pretty cool show actually, and you know, I hope they do it again because I'd love to come back and you know, shoot it again, come and visit again. Hopefully it works really well for the area because they need something like this. All that's left for me to do now is go back to Mum and Dad's. I've been helping them do a bit of handiwork around the house, so I've got to go and finish that off.